Freeman, and we're good. I think. Do we need to move this down a bit? Welcome to MAPP Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and this is MAPP Live. No, we're not ready yet. What's going on? I'm talking, no one's listening. Fuck it. What else is new? Time ellipse 2 minutes. What? Oh, 2 minute delay, huh? 2 minute 18-second delay. All right, welcome to MAPP Presents. This is MAPP Live. We only have roughly around 45 minutes to 1 hour, without a doubt, definitely. Why is that? All right, listen, if the title is something different, I changed it on one menu, and when I came back here, I guess I didn't refresh the second menu. So whoops on the friggin'. Can you change that live? How do people put links and shit? Live. Play ad. Holy shit, there's a play ad button? What? You can play ad. Oh man, I gotta look at this again. Create highlight. They put new buttons here. Alright, let's pop out the chat. Pop that chat out, boy. One of the first people. Hi, Ronnie. Is everything good? Yep, everything's good. What's going on, guys? Listen, while we wait for a couple people to pile in, I want to ask you guys if you've seen the MAPP mail with the Doomsday Kingdom. I think I posted that yesterday, right? Or today? No, it was yesterday, I think. The, Babam, the rider. Yeah, the rider has a beard, kind of, sort of. You'll see. Here's Doomsday Kingdom. Wabam! I think you put it in front of your face. I don't know how that works. Is there a glare? We got the rider. This is called Among the Creeps, and there's Ronnie Hayes as a zombie. How cool is that? And these connect too, by the way. So you connect the rider among the creeps. There's Joel and Ellie among the clickers. And then you have Rick Grimes among the walkers. And they all combine together. I don't know if anyone missed that. You didn't catch the MAPP mail videos. Then you got the rider right there. Love that. And then Rick and Negan, all buddy-buddy. I got to find frames. But, yo, those are... all that artwork is for sale. I think it's... damn, now I forget. James Milne, M-I-L-N-E. Ticktail.com, I think is the site. The links are in the MAPP mail one. You'll see it says Doomsday Kingdom, but yeah, there's some awesome stuff in the MAPP mail videos. Massive shows of generosity from the MAPP family. Love the shirt and sign that Melanie Grimes got you. Hell yeah, the sign is cool as hell. I still got to find the right place for it, but I am wearing the shirt. In Rick We Trust. It is soft and it is comfortable. Now for those who don't know, I don't wear the shirt like out and about and all that. I'll put it on for recording. I got a whole handful of shirts that I really like, and one thing that kills shirts is washing them. And I'll throw shirts on. I'll have specific shirts that are only for recording. So I'll wear it, record like a 10-minute video, and take it off. And I'll do that randomly for a week or two. Just throw that same shirt on only for 10 minutes. In this case, for the hour live stream, I'll wear this shirt. And I'll probably take it off. And then tomorrow, the next day, I'll throw it back on. And then I'll wash it, So that way I'm not washing it, every single day. Because then it'll just fade it out and ruin the shit out of it. I'm in need of some Walking Dead, and one of those bats you have. Really, I can't get one. Yeah, you can. Go right down to Taylor Ride with a Y, not an I. He has an Instagram account. He's got an eBay account. Get yourself a bat. They even got gold ones, either out or coming out. Hey, Ronnie, I'm actually watching this as I'm on break from filming a short film. What's up, man? That's what's up. Ronnie, you got to check out the new show, Blood Drive. It's friggin' good. I'll check it out. What's it on? Give me some info about it. What's it on? What time? What channel? I see you move the bookcase out of the background. Yes, the bookcase, and I love this. The bookcase that was behind me, it was just too much black right there. So this is actually my mother's It's some type of glass shelf she had like bonsai trees on. It was my mother. She don't have room for it at her place. My brother was supposed to get it, and he's gonna get it. I don't know when, but I think it's not gonna be for like a month or two. So I have these Detolf shelves that I want to get. I've been wanting to get them. They're just clear, so I could probably fit 2 in that space right here. And it'll keep it light because they'll have interior lights. So it'll look nice with the Detolf, and it'll have all the, high grade figures in, or high, top, whatever, the Hot Toys type figures. So that I'm leaving there until my brother's ready to pick it up, and then I'll put the shelves that I want to get in. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Because you can see right through it. It has glass shelves, and it's no longer this big block. If you shut off the volume, I probably look like an idiot. I'm all like this and this and this. It doesn't have that big block of dark behind me, like a hovering cloud of doom. Yo, Ronnie, are you excited for Game of Thrones? Yes, the fuck I am. That Rick and Negan are beastly. Yeah, you talking about the statues? That Rick and that Negan down there? They're fucking sexy. Yes, I'm very excited for that. Lucille, that like button. MAPP family, hell yeah. Help me out with that like button. Does the Walking Dead story only work when the story revolves around Rick? No, not at all. The world is so rich, you can do spin-offs and make it work. All you got to do is make likable characters. Like, perfect example, you like Lee and Clementine. That's why the fans of Telltale, that's why they love that so much. Take Joel and Ellie. Fucking great characters. Take them, put them in the world of The Walking Dead. Guess what? Nothing changes. You love them still. I think the world of The Last of Us has some of the most unique zombie, genre style, not zombies there are. But with that being said, you would still love them because they are great characters. Now, here's the problem. You can't start a story like The Walking Dead with Rick Grimes and then just kick him out, especially randomly. You know what I mean? Like if AMC were to say, you know what, he's too expensive, let's get rid of him, forget about it, let's knock him off. It's not going to work. It won't work. Fuck out of here. It'll hurt the show. It'll hurt the story, and that's why. You can wash them, let them hang dry so they won't shrink. Shrinking, that's a problem. I do shrink shit, so I'm not gonna lie. That's something I do fuck up, and I do hang dry clothes that I'm really worried about. It's fading them, and that is something that is just difficult because some shit, just getting them wet, you can see the dye just in the water. Like that Deadpool shirt I had, you just get that wet and you see the shit in the water. So it's like, and that faded easy. No, Juliet's not up. She's actually at her grandmother's tonight. Hey Ronnie, video quality at an all-time high. Keep up the work, dude. You are great. Yeah, man, it's a comeback for real. Like 2 months ago, the channel hit, or not, I don't know what's going on, because the channel loses 50 subscribers every day. And then I get people being like, oh, I was unsubbed. Now it's getting a little ridiculous because it's every day 50 subscribers. Like, you can set your clock to it without a doubt. 50 gone. And I do know I was expecting some subscribers to lose interest in the channel because I don't know if I haven't seen any comments, so I don't even know if anyone really picked up on this. But there's no prediction videos for Fear the Walking Dead. And I was doing a little test run. Now, it won't be as easy for The Walking Dead. We're going to do predictions. I love talking about what's coming in the world of The Walking Dead. But my theory was the less predictions you do, the less people that are coming here that are involved in spoilers. So the less you'll see. And as far as spoilers for Fear the Walking Dead on this channel, it has plummeted. I don't ever see spoiler comments. I don't ever see people coming here to talk about it and yada yada yada. So I do know there's going to be people that are going to jump ship because the content is shifting, we're changing and growing, and they might not like the new stuff. There's going to be a ton of people who are only here for predictions and only here for The Walking Dead. And unfortunately, in order to grow the channel to where I want it to be, I need to focus on that and not be so preoccupied on the sub count, which at this point is just, I'm hearing it from a few different people too, their channels, it's so odd, man. They get a bunch of people, but every day they just have this negative number. They're losing subs, and it's just so damn weird. I have a YouTube representative that I talked to, and she actually emailed me on Friday, so I'm going to email her back and just touch base with her. Because I haven't gotten as many supportive comments. Well, I've gotten the most supportive comments that I've ever gotten this past 2 weeks, probably, because the move ended, so we're now picking up with the content. We're now growing and adding the new content, and it's still going to continue on, growing. We're still going to stumble step up until July, but it just, The Walking Dead's not on air. That drives a lot of the traffic, so we gotta work through it. Wait, Q&A. Where's Mikey? I mean, did the writers forget he even existed? I think the actor had something going on with him. Yeah, I don't know. Either that, or they said he's not needed in the story, so why even have him on? That's likely, unfortunately. Because, in all honesty, unless I'm rewatching it and I'm like, oh yeah, that kid's there, I don't care. He's not important in the story for me. I don't, think, oh my God, what's Mikey up to? It's just like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, they just left them out. What features would you like to see added in The Last of Us 2? For instance, I'd like to see more infected and human interaction like Left Behind DLC, or Ellie whistling for distractions. Here's the thing, a lot of people are talking about whistling for Ellie because Joel told her he'd teach her. I like that, but I don't want it for humans, because in video games, it's just downright dumb. Like for Horizon Zero Dawn, you whistle. And it's so fucking stupid because you'll be in weeds, the wind's blowing, it looks gorgeous, and then you whistle to call the bad guys over. I can see you whistle to call the robots over, the machines, but think about how fucking retarded that is. If you whistle and you're just, a pile of grass, duh, It's not like she mimics it from a bird whistle or some shit like that. But so if Ellie was the whistle, I would love it if it was for the clickers and the creatures, or maybe even far away from the humans, But for up close, I still want the bricks and the bottles and shit like that for me personally. If they can do both, have bricks and bottles for the humans and whistling for the creatures, I think that is perfect. But I do want to see Ellie. Ellie's going to be 19. Joel was hard hitting. He was seasoned. He was a veteran, He was beat up like 50. You know what I mean? So I'd like to see Ellie be fast, quick on her feet, maybe even quick to, like with the gunplay and shit too. Alright, let's start scrolling through some of these comments here. Alright. We're probably going to miss some comments because we got to go, run straight through. Nikki, wait, Johnny the Future. Johnny the Future. Hey, Ronnie, I'm here alone feeling depressed tonight. My wife has been in the hospital for a while being depressed and overdosing on her medication. I miss her a lot. Well, get your shit together, bro. Pick yourself up by your, what did it say, bootstraps? What are you going to do when your wife leaves you? Pull your shit together. No, for real, pull your shit together. You miss your wife. I don't think I read that right as far as what happens to her. I wish everything is well, or everything works out well with your wife if she's in the hospital. I'm hoping that all works out for the better and she comes out and you guys can reunite and yada yada yada. But in all honesty, never invest that much into a person, because shit happens. So pick yourself up, live for you, and I wish you the best. Nikki, Ronnie, don't grow your hair back. You're way hotter. If I sound cold, it's because I don't invest a lot into, man, woman, husband, wife. We are selfish creatures. We connect more with people because they make us happy. It's all, just selfishness. So, and that's not a bad thing. Everyone hears the word selfish and they're like, oh, that's a bad thing. No, it's not. Everything we do is selfish. Everything. So, it is what it is. Don't grow your hair back. You're way hotter now. Thank you, Nikki. I don't plan on it. I can't stand hair. You gotta do shit with it. And I got stupid hair. I lay down, wake up. Wherever I lay down, it flattens it. I wake up looking like a fucking hobo. Have you gotten a chance to watch Bloodline yet? Yes, I did. Meh. You know, first season was a masterpiece. After that, meh, whatever. Hey, Ronnie, my question is, will you ever see Rick losing his other hand? If so, will Eugene create a bad toilet? I don't know what the fuck that is. No, I don't want him to lose his other hand. It was the governor's story. It dies with the governor. Hey, Ronnie, have you seen the trailer for the movie Shot Caller with John Bernthal? Yeah, John Bernthal and the dude who is Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones, and it looks badass. Hey, Ronnie, the show can't last as long as the comic, since the comic could last forever. So that means fans will never get issue 200 adapted into live action. Well, all right, you're talking about two different things, Brian. First off, yes, I agree. The comic can go on forever because they're not real characters. You know, the TV show, it's real people, so obviously they can't go on forever. But as far as issue 200, they can go on to 200. That is a possibility. It doesn't mean, you know, just because they can't go on forever doesn't mean they can't hit the 200 mark. You know what I mean? Have you watched Vikings? I've seen a little bit. I like a little bit. I'm not putting my schedule on hold to watch it all right now, if you know what I mean. Smoking blunts and watching MAPP? Awesome. Ronnie, do you think the Walking Dead comic is coming to an end? Not right now, not at all. We're just jump-starting a whole new world of the Walking Dead. Are you drinking Juliet's Kool-Aid? Laugh out loud, yes. I ran to the fridge to get a sweet tea. I realized I'm out. Perfect example of non-likable characters. Everyone in Fear the Walking Dead. Oh, burn! Do you think Negan was genuine when he essentially told Rick he respected him, or do you think he has some ulterior motive? I think he was telling the truth. Negan has been forever, you know, this is how it is. This is what I think. This is how I feel. I don't believe that all of a sudden he's going to be so secretive, and it just, no. Oblivious Slinky. Do you think Negan will... Oh, wait, I already read that. I was thinking the same thing. Laugh out loud. How will the destruction of Alexandria play out in your mind, and how will Oceanside join the war? I think Oceanside's going to have to join the war when there's some type of loss, because that's when you need to bring in another group, and I think it's going to be the people we saw who wanted to fight, who had that itch to fight. I think they will turn the tide. Maybe there's a change in leadership in Oceanside first, and then they join. As for the destruction of Alexandria, that's interesting because AMC built it in a existing, you know, community. So I don't think, unfortunately, and I could be totally wrong, I don't think they're going to go through with it. I do think a lot of it's going to be CGI, unfortunately, or it's going to be downplayed. The battlefield, they might even have it out of the communities, outside of the communities, instead of having it at Alexandria. If they were smart, they wanted to save money, find abandoned buildings somewhere, find an abandoned area somewhere they can film at, have the main battle there with all the explosions. And that's just if they were smart budget-wise. If they were smart and they wanted to do the right thing, you're going to have to blow shit up in Alexandria. You're going to have to destroy at least one building, at least one good building, just half of the building gone. You should check out zombie miniseries Dead Set. It's pretty short. I've seen that. It was okay. What would you like to see in the comic to spice up the story and add some new things to the Walking Dead universe? And loving these live streams. Thank you very much. In the world of the Walking Dead comic, I've talked about this repeatedly. At this point in time, I think we need to open up this season. Not this season. Open up this world of the Walking Dead. And I'm not talking about just a larger world where we see another community. I'm talking about open this up where we see a network of communities and maybe even a hint of some type of government that is established and running. Maybe start seeing communities that are already connected and they have trade routes. And this is, you know, above Rick's head. Now Rick and gang, they're in they're in a dangerous position where if they unite with these communities and become a part of them, this, the government, whatever, they might send in some of their politicians and some of their military to take leadership control over that community. And therefore, Rick and gang will no longer be calling the shots. And if they want to overthrow those people, they have to worry about the real community and armies coming from those other governments. And I'm not saying do that story. I'm saying we need to open up this world, and there's other stuff as far as what else is going on. And we're staying general because we don't know if Robert Kirkman has any tricks up his sleeves for the rest of society. There might even be a whole area that's completely different than what we've known, what we've come to know. Did you stop Better Call Saul videos for view reasons? No, I stopped because in season 2 I stopped. I'm shocked that everyone forgets this, but I stopped in mid-season. It was the last 3 episodes or 4 episodes, and that's because I did not like season 2 so much. Every review was just negative, and it no longer became fun and enjoyable discussing it. I am way more interested talking about it now in season 3, so I'm going to go back and watch it. I haven't watched any except for the first 2 episodes, but I'm only interested in Mike's story. I personally find Saul's story to be boring and all. Even the stuff that you could say is like good writing, it's just not an interesting story. You know what I mean? Space cover. Oh, all right. Please do Friday the 13th while it's still fresh. I don't know about that. I'm not going to put The Last of Us on hold, no, just to gain the views. I will do it if we burn through The Last of Us and, get something else started. Like Telltale would be a good thing to do along with Friday the 13th, because Telltale, I need to be in that mood. I am not a diehard insane fan for Telltale. I'm more action orientated or interactive. I want to be, I want to play the game, not watch the game. But with Telltale, I enjoy the story, but I need to be in that mood. So I might bounce around, like, okay, do this, and then just kill some time with Friday the 13th, literally. So we'll see when Telltale comes up after The Last of Us. Wait, what? Washing cold prevents quick fading. I'll give that a try. Ronnie, make sure you wash them cold, them t-shirts. I'm going to do that. Last of Us question. What have Joel and Tommy been through in the 20-year time skip? I mean, they could do a whole game about that, right? Yeah, I just talked about that in one of my gameplays. I don't know if it's the one I posted today or the one I'm posting yesterday, or tomorrow, yesterday. But I came up with a number of different things they could do with the franchise. One of them was show a prequel with Joel and Tommy's story before, like right after Sarah and before Ellie. There's a whole 20-year. You could do 2 games on that. You could do 2 games, after The Last of Us Part 2 and 3. Then you can do a spin-off story about part of the quarantine zone where they overthrew the quarantine zone. Watch the gameplay, and I'll go into detail. You can see what I mean. Flip your shirts inside out when you wash them. Oh shit, gotta go. Have a nice night, MAPP. See you later. We only got 30 minutes too. Tonight, seriously, we gotta be on point, so I do apologize for that. I like to ramble. That's why they're long, because I like chit-chatting. But, we'll do another one. Oh no, we're doing a live show tomorrow night after Fear. When do you think they will imprison Negan on the show? Clearly when they need to. Future, I'm sorry, I didn't know you had a wife. It's YouTube removing idle accounts. Yeah, that's definitely possible, but YouTube would do it all in one shot. This is every day. It's just a chunk gone. Chris Rambo, Ronnie, would the new beginning still work without Rick's leg? Yes, it would absolutely. Rick's leg is just a very tiny part of the story. They made such a big deal out of building the prison. Oh yeah. That's around 1,500 subscribers lost every month. Yeah, it's been 2 months, I think. 2 months roundabout. It was at 111,000 subscribers the channel was, and we're back down to 1,900. You know what I mean? So it's definitely been 2,000 subs that are gone. Brian Akim, hey Ronnie, do you think that we'll see another winner in the comic series soon? Possibly, give or take. I'm not I'm not paying attention of the weather, to be honest, in the comic. Your video quality has definitely been on consistent increase, but everyone has been losing subs every time they upload. It's a major FU in the system. It's not just you. Yeah, I constantly hear about that too, and I get it. I try to go in and look at the analytics and see, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, if they're going to take subs when I upload, I can't not upload. You know what I mean? So might as well just screw it. Let's do this. Michelle, do not worry about what you are doing. It's working, so it's right. That's what I'm saying. What the hell? We'll make the necessary corrections, but at the end of the day, this is not a popularity contest for me personally. If it was, I would be a piece of shit like a lot of other YouTubers out there that you guys probably know, like fucking who? Joey Salads, Lance Stewart, fucking FooseyTube. You fucking, the list goes on and on and on. I don't know if you saw, Ronnie, but Sony held stuff back from E3 for PSX, so The Last of Us 2 probably was going to get shown at E3, but was pushed for Days Gone. No, they announced why. Specifically, Naughty Dog wanted to focus on Uncharted. There's The Lost Legacy or something like that. They're focusing on that. It's with the two chicks. I haven't really looked into it, but I did read that article. They definitely did not want The Last of Us to overshadow Uncharted, which I get it, but in the same strength, yeah, I think, you know, Uncharted fans would be, I don't think it would pull away, but I get what they mean. In a way, yeah, it might. The publicity, it would, but with the fans, it wouldn't. Nothing's stopping me from looking into a franchise I like, you know. If you were to change or add something to The Last of Us story, what would you do? Change or add? Oh, I don't know. If we're talking about the first one, the second one, I'm not sure. Nothing on the top of my head. Nothing on the top of my head is popping in right now. But there's definitely, all along the lines, we'll get to some stuff like that. Blood Drive. Yeah, if there's anything I wanted to change, add more shit. We need more content. That's what I would change. I would definitely give a prequel to Joel's story and a sequel to Joel and Ellie's story. Absolutely. Blood Drive is a new show on Sci-Fi. Ooh, ouch. I don't like Sci-Fi. The channel, I mean, they produce garbage usually, but I'll check it out. Grindhouse type dystopian future, full of gore, violence, and dark humor. It's fun as shit. That might be interesting. If it's anything like I forgot its name, Z Nation, I don't have an interest in that, but I'll check that out. If Negan ends up, he'll look weak as fuck. Wait, no, Adam Ford. We got a video coming that explains that. But if you look at it in a realistic standpoint, man, I didn't think Kirkman had a leg to stand on in the comic book at first when that happened. The end of All Out War, I was like, oh, that's fan service 100%. But if you think about it for the TV show's perspective, and I have a video coming this Wednesday for Walker Withdrawal Wednesday, if I get it done in time, that talks about that very topic. And I don't know. There's a real good chance you can turn that into something important for the show. So right now I would have to disagree. Your channel's still awesome, bro. Watch it more than regular television. I watch YouTube more than regular television too. Thank you very much for that. Not my channel, all of YouTube. Ron, do you hate Z Nation as much as I do? Absolutely. Not if he does it for the same reason he does the comic. It showed strength and great restraint. Z Nation is amazing. How's everyone's night going? Missing my Walking Dead, man. Fuck, so am I. Z Nation does nothing for me. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I've had YouTube just randomly unsubscribe me from channels, but on the flip side, I get subscribed back to channels I unsubscribed to months ago because they were inactive. Weird. That is weird. What is the worst thing that could happen to the Walking Dead story in your opinion? Killing Rick right now. I'm impressed you can make that squeeze it drink last. I always chug them, unfortunately. Yeah, same here, but I'm talking, so that helps. Keep this live-ish going, Ronnie. Came to YouTube, saw you were on, clicked immediately. Well, thank you very much. Ronnie, have you ever watched Superpower Beatdown? They do a new one in August with Negan versus Joker. Who do you think would win in that fight? Negan all day long. That's not even a realistic question. Superpower Beatdown, I don't know what that is. Is that the one where I've seen Wolverine fight like, you know, fucking the Predator, I think. Is that what you're talking about? I'll check that out. I might check that out. Yeah, fucking mad shit. Questions are getting skipped. Sorry about that. I noticed a sign for this once in a season 2 premiere while Shane was fixing a car to leave the group radio. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I love Daniel. He's my fave character. Would you ever like for there to be a Walking Dead spin-off comic? No, not at all. There's nothing you can do in a spin-off comic that you can't just do in the normal comic. There's just no point for it. Would you ever like for there to be a... Oh, we already did that. The girl wearing glasses. Da-da-da. Hey, Ronnie. Any Munch Pack videos coming soon? My daughter and I always crack up watching them, the same as Juliet. There's one this week, and then there's one next week or the week after. I have 2 that are filmed and edited, but with the move, they stopped sending them, so that might be the last. I don't know yet. I'll shoot out an email and see, because the Munch Pack are going to go on the Ronnie Hayes videos, but, you know, I'll build up the subscribers, and then we'll keep them over there permanently when we transition over. So we'll see how that goes. Any season 9 takes on a brand new beginning arc? Will it resemble the ending of season 3 and 4 beginning too much? Ends conflict between groups, and 4 has a time skip with rebuilt communities. Trevor, no. You can say in a general, okay, end of fight, beginning of new, rebuilt, but it is totally different. Totally different. Ronnie Hayes. They've added story mode to Friday the 13th yet. It's still multiplayer only. Well, we'll still play a little multiplayer. My thing is campaign, though. You know, and I think multiplayer is fun, but yeah, my thing is campaign, man. Yo, Ronnie, is Maggie or Rosita hotter? Flip a coin. I'll take Maggie. I think because I definitely like her character more so. Did you ever read The Walking Dead, the Alien Little Shoot-Off comic? Yep, I read it and reviewed it for this channel. Give me some love, MAPP family. Do you think the Saviors will utilize their whistling communication taunting in Season 8? Do you think the survivors will use it to taunt the Saviors during the comic hilltop fight at night? Sure, you could use it. Why not? 8 or 10 episode miniseries The Last of Us on HBO. Would it be amazing? Just a story separate from Joel and Ellie. Yeah, I'm fine with that if it's separate from Joel and Ellie. I think a mini-series on HBO with Joel and Ellie, or even Netflix for that example. Not like a season thing, but see, here's the thing. With Netflix, with HBO, and this is going to come in the future, you have, because traditionally it was movies for a reason. Here's movies, you watch it at the movie theater, and then we had TV shows. You know, well, we had TV, then we had TV shows. So finally they started making seasons, then they based the seasons around actual seasons, when people were around, when people were at home to watch them the most, so they got all the analytics together and the stats together. So that's all done, right? We are too used to thinking of shit nowadays as movies and TV shows, and then your once in a while, you know, mini series. But the future is going to be different. The future will be like, okay, here is this story. We're going to tell it. Here, it's 5 hours. You know, here, it's 3 hours. Here, it's 9 hours. And it's not going to be a season. You know, it's not going to be season 1 of The Last of Us. It'll be The Last of Us, call it a miniseries if you want, but it'll be 8 episodes, 1 hour long. You know what I mean? I see that happening more and more in the future, where people say we have this story. It's not a season, it's not a TV show, but it's bigger than a miniseries. You know, it's not 3 or 4 or 5 hours. This is a 12-hour, you know, you know. Looking forward to Doomsday Kingdom. Thank you very much. If they made a prequel to The Last of Us, I would shit my pants. I would, literally. Dude, pass on Friday the 13th game. It's such a monotonous and boring waste of time. Well, that's the thing. I'm definitely trying for myself. There's no way I'm just going to listen to somebody, because what if I liked it? What if I enjoyed it? There's people out there who hate The Last of Us. So based off of that, you know, if they told me don't ever play The Last of Us, it's the worst thing in the world. And I've heard people say that. It's so dumb, it's so clunky, that it would be silly. I will definitely look into it, and if it is absolutely monotonous, and if it's boring, yada, 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 then... But here's the thing, are you a big Jason Voorhees fan? Like, are you a big Friday the 13th fan? Like, he's one of my favorite slashers. You know, movies all sucked, but I'm a concept fan. So I might go in just enjoying being Jason, you know, randomly killing people. They would have to really suck at the gameplay, the mechanics, for it to bore me. Because I'm totally fine with being Jason and just hunting down camp counselors. That sounds fun as shit right now. But like I said, though, if they fucked up the mechanics and the flow of it, then I might get bored and quit it. Will All Out War stretch out the whole season, or will it just be part one because of budget? I'm hoping it's going to be all season. I don't see them cutting it short, just one half. That's just too much going on. Are you excited for Here's Negan full volume? No. By the time the full volume came out, I've already read it, so there's no excitement. Am I interested in picking up the full volume? Yes. As a collector, I want to get it. As a reviewer, I want to show it off, and as a fan, I am possibly excited for extras. I feel like since they've already released it, to re-release it officially for the first time in one set, I'll get my most enjoyment reading the story all in one sitting, but I think it is important for them to add some bonus stuff. If it is a hard copy, just like they do with the books, the hard copy books, put bonus materials, sketches, put a bonus story in there explaining how Here's Negan came out. Just something extra, you know what I mean? That you could call it excited a little bit, but do you think the big Horde Rickon team released in 7-9 is going to play a role in Season 8? Yeah. They set it up. I think the only way it doesn't play a role is if they change their mind on what they're going to do story-wise. My God, Ronnie, who hurt you? Question mark. You Americans are so weird when it comes to romantic relationships. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, because what you just said is kind of a contradiction. Americans are extremely, extremely the opposite of what I said. I am in the absolute minority when it comes to how I view relationships and shit like that. I don't think I've ever run into another person, maybe like once my entire life. Everyone that I've known in America was, romance and love. Like, they think it's love at first sight, or they think, people have chemistry when you meet up and all this, so I would have to disagree. What I just said as far as being selfish, I don't hear a lot of people talk about that. I've heard people talk, like shit talk, oh, bitches, or women, oh, every guy's a dick. I've heard that, sure, all the time, but I've never heard anyone break it down to just being like, it is what it is, and it is. There's just no debating it. It's a selfish thing. And again, selfish is not a negative thing. What do you think of the theory that Joel in The Last of Us 2 trailer is dead? I think it's fucking dumb. And the reason why his hands and his clothes are so clean is because he's simply a projection of Ellie's consciousness. Listen, no. Why do you have a gun? And what does it matter that his hands are clean? He's not the one who killed anybody in that building. I believe even the creator said, Neil Druckmann said that he set it up afterwards, and he said that Ellie killed everybody in that house, and then Joel, who was looking for, found her there. I'll have to go back and find that just to make sure I got it right, but think about it. If that's the case, if he's at Tommy's and chilling, and she kills all these people, she's bloody, she's wounded, she has bloody knuckles, she obviously killed these people. If Joel killed these people, he'd still be in the house. He wouldn't leave the house. So I have to say, I've heard the comments, and I don't think there's a leg to stand on when it comes to saying he's dead, when it comes to saying that, his hands are clean. I'm not buying any of it. Maybe there's something else you mean, and you want to put something else it'll clarify it some, but it doesn't make any sense that people expect Joel to be dirty, to be bloody, if he wasn't there. If he's looking for Ellie and he was not involved in the house stuff, obviously he's not going to have blood on him. He's not going to be wounded. He's going to have his gun out. He's looking for Ellie. He's following this blood trail. I don't buy it. It would be, creatively, that would be a horrible decision, I feel, on Naughty Dog's part. Ronnie, when do you think Season 8 character posters will come out for The Walking Dead? Any friggin' day now. Any day now. There's going to be something, just a taste. Because keep in mind, we get the trailer in July, so it's any day now. If The Last of Us were to make a miniseries, I'd like to see the story from the people who lived in the sewer. That was a really cool side story. I want there to be a Here's Negan collection for collectible and display purposes, but in fully caught up. I don't know what you're saying. I want the Here's Negan collection for collectible / display purposes, but I'm fully caught up. I think that's what you meant. Okay, yeah, same here. Do you think that Heath will be the one to stumble across Whispers? No. Starting the Whisper War? No. He's not even found yet, and we're going to have a time skip. It doesn't make any sense to write it like that. Who do you think would win a fight, Walter White or Rick Grimes? I don't care about the who this person versus that person questions. Flip a coin is what I always say. If The Walking Dead was real life, what would your weapon of choice be? My weapon of choice would be an ice pick. Softest part of the body, fuck going through the skulls. If this was real life, you're not doing that, especially if there's 3 or 4 walkers. You're not going to perfectly get right through the skull every time. So I would get the corkscrew handle with an ice pick right through the eye every single time. Done deal, over. Either that or I have a really cool blade. I would use that. If The Walking Dead was real, wait, where did that? Heath will become a Whisperer. Well, good luck with that. Ronnie, I apologize, but I didn't ask my question correctly. I meant, would the New Beginning still work without Rick's leg being broke? Yes, it still absolutely would work. Rick's leg does not affect the story at all. I know it seems like it would, Rick has an injured leg, so he has to stay behind, but that is easily fixable by just saying, he's the leader now. He built this community. We cannot risk him. You need to be back behind to lead, and it's just that simple. Rick, you have soldiers now. You have people who are willing to pull their own weight around here. You have people you trust, Michonne, and then you got new people, Magna. Boom, done. You don't need any injury to a leg to create that storyline, in my opinion. If you keep losing 1,500 subscribers a month, in 6 months you'll pass 100,000 again backwards. Yeah, sure. The bright side to that is when The Walking Dead comes back, the channel always explodes. Anywhere from 20,000 to 50,000 every time it comes back. New subscribers. So I'm not sweating it, honestly. When the Season 8 comes back, especially All Out War, if I do what I did every year, do the breakdowns and all that, review the episodes, I'll be at 150K by the end of Season 8, if I'm lucky. And then I'm happy with that. Really happy. The sewer was perfect to tell the story. All right. Have you played Dead Rising? Yeah, I actually went and re-got, for $12, I re-got the first one, and it was just clunky. I didn't like it. I played 20 minutes and quit. Naughty Dog's main project is The Last of Us 2. That is wrong. I thought the same thing. I thought they would have their team split in half. Their main project, and here's where it gets tricky, their main project to promote at this point in time is 100% out of their own mouth and confirmed by what we see is Uncharted. It's the new Uncharted game with the 2 chicks. Not Drake, the 2 chicks. 100% without a shadow of a doubt, because that's what they are currently promoting. Before that, their main project to create was the Uncharted game with the 2 chicks, because that is literally what they came out and said, and it's already proven by they were working on this trailer for a year and a half, just a trailer, and they were not secretly working on the game. That's as much information as we have so far. At this point in time, from now, no, from a month from now, maybe 2 months from now on, I do believe, yes, the main project will be The Last of Us Part 2. But we're in that transition stage where they're probably working on it, like actually doing the suits and the voice acting, shit like that. Yeah, they're probably doing that as their main project, but they're promoting the Uncharted as their main project. And we're transitioning over to them focusing solely on Part 2, unless there's other shit they're working on and other promotion stuff, DLC stuff. So, yeah, I agree with you, but it's not that black and white. I don't personally believe that. Hey Ronnie, are you going to do a top 10 best volumes of The Walking Dead? Yeah, we'll cover volumes. Wait, what? Do I get a signed copy of Doomsday Kingdom if Clem's the girl on issue 71? No. She's not the girl. How do you feel about Daddy 05? I think he's a complete scumbag. So is Mommy 05. She's a degenerate piece of shit. There already is a prequel to Ellie's story. You're gonna have to explain what you mean by that. I mean, We weren't talking about Ellie's story. We were talking about Joel's prequel story, not with Ellie. Yeah, there is a comic book that tells this part of the story. There's the video game that tells this part of the story, and then it also tells when she's, in the middle of, I don't want to put any spoilers, but in the middle of Joel's story. So it kind of goes in a line with a prequel. Could you do more of a prequel? Sure. But we were talking about Joel. The Last of Us universe has potential for many great storylines, even if some notes you pick up during the game are awesome. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're down to the last 10 minutes here. Do you ever think see a lot more hand-to-hand combat when the Whispers are introduced? Yeah, hand-to-hand combat. I would like to see more in the new season after All Out War, even during All Out War, because sometimes they're going to run out of bullets. Do you think The Walking Dead is being told from the perspective of a really old Carl? No, we've been through this a million times. That's one of the dumbest theories I've ever heard. It's impossible. It's impossible. Carl does not know what the governor did when he left. He didn't tell Carl. Carl does not know what Andrea did. Carl does not know that Shane and Andrea were fucking. Carl does not know what Carol and Daryl did when they were alone. And he can't just make that up. And he doesn't just hear it from them because characters have died. And he never heard anything. You know what I mean? He never talked to them after that. Like the governor. He never talked to the governor. So he never sat down and heard the governor's story. So I think if old Carl is as dumb of a theory, of a fan theory, as Rick being in a coma. That's how I feel about that. Do you think Last of Us Part 2 will have choices like how Joel can kill all the doctors? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I hope so. Thoughts on the new GOT trailer? Awesome. Awesome. I feel if you love someone, marry them as long as they make you happy and give them butterflies. Sure, why not? I feel people should do as they want in that point in time. Sure, knock yourselves out. Do you think we will see a lot more oh, we're dead. What's up, Ronnie? As soon as I saw the notifications, I turned it on. I always do when I can. Thank you very much. Ronnie, how is that Rick Grimes is your favorite character on The Walking Dead, but Jax Teller isn't your favorite character on Sons of Anarchy? Jax Teller was, my favorite was Opie, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. When I say that, I don't mean like I did not like Jax at all. Like Jax and Opie, it was a close tie with Opie, like just taking it. And it was Opie's story though, because the way it integrated with Jax, it's like Jax was my favorite from the beginning. Opie won that over a little bit, and his story became so interesting. But Opie's character, that was like my favorite character. But then that quickly got rubbed out, and Jax again became my favorite character. So it's tough to say if he would have stayed my favorite character throughout all of that. But Sons of Anarchy and those characters, it's definitely different than Rick Grimes. I don't know where you're making that connection. Like, the main characters have to be your favorites, I think is what you're saying. It just is. Based on the characters, and the type of story you're telling. Hey, Ronnie, are you going to a con this year? I'm going to try, but it's hard. It's really hard, especially after the ad apocalypse. I just don't know if that's going to happen. That wasn't really a choice. It didn't add anything. It doesn't change the story if you're talking about the doctors, but I like the fact that you get to choose. You can let them go if you want. You can kill them if you want. That's cool. It doesn't have to change the story. It's just having the choice of, kill or spare or whatever. I like choices. I don't need it to change the ending of a story. Just getting choices for me. It's cool. I don't think it's anything like mind-blowing or game-changing or nothing. Do you think there will be a part 3 of The Last of Us? I hope so. Are you going to Comic-Con San Diego? There's no way I'll ever afford that, especially this year. I'm on the east side. Just a plane ticket out there would be a lot of money. IGN had one crazy theory that Ellie could be pregnant when she removed the guitar. The camera cut away before showing a little belly. Thoughts? Ellie was gay, and from the last we've known, and I was always open to her being, bi or experimenting. Being a kid and experimenting is fine with me if that's the story they wanted to tell. But Neil Druckmann comes right out and he's like, no, she's gay as shit. So I don't think she was pregnant just based off of that, how confident they are. Like, no, she's gay. She's not whatever. She's, she's There's a real funny, vulgar way to phrase that, and I can't think of it right now, but if Joel and Ellie dies in The Last of Us 2, I'll be upset for weeks. I hear you. Do you think stealth in The Last of Us Part 2 could be improved? Absolutely. Everything can be improved. Like have a light or shadow system and actually be able to track the enemies simply by listening out for the footsteps and audio cues. I talked about this in the thing. I think it would be freaking awesome if you had, like, if you listen to every sound, not just bad guys in the shape of their bodies. If it was clearly, you know what I'm saying, like them, fine, do that. But I'm talking, is there a fly around here? Something touched my leg. I'm talking about if there's the crackle of the fire, if you hear fire, it should be like a red outline, and it should just be crackles, not the outline of a fire, but little crackles. And that's because when you hear things and you know it, the sound, you know what it is, so you can visualize a fire there. So, okay, do shit like that, but it doesn't have to be like a complete outline of a fire. With people with walking, just do where they're walking at, just have the feet sounds like crunk, crunk, crunk. You don't need to see what weapon they're holding unless they cock a gun. If they cock a gun, have the feet sounds, and then obviously someone's going to be. So you would have the outline of the hand sounds. If they're talking, then have the feet sounds, heads, and that's for if they have the engine that can do that. That would be fine. I would love a system that does more sounds than just simply an outline of the person. But if they can't, if they don't have a system for that, I'm also fine with that too. Do you think Fear the Walking Dead is a prequel to make Daniel the big boss to take on Madison's group? You'll probably skip my question again, but just wanted to say, well, I guess you're wrong there, sucker. Your vids are awesome. Thank you very much. Let me reread that again. I don't think I understood it. Do you think Fear the Walking Dead is preparing to make Daniel the big boss, like the governor, to take on Madison's group? At this time, no. You'll probably skip. Okay. No, they did a whole redemption story for Daniel. Like, there's no denying it. They went all out, lightning before, forgive me, lightning type fucking stupid shit that I can't stand. And again, I know a lot of people are like, oh, but it meant this and this. No, it's dumb. I know what it means, story-wise, but for me, it didn't work and it seemed dumb. And it was not because, lightning, strikes one in, 24,000 people a year or some shit like that. It's the fact that it wasn't just that lightning hit. It was, he had this whole orchestrated thing, and then lightning hit. That was like a 1 in 12 millionth chance that would ever happen. It was too much for me, believability-wise, But whatever. I would love hand-to-hand combat when the Whisperers show up. Definitely. Do you think Rick losing his hand is necessary or will be? No, not at all. He had already answered that. He said no. Da-da-da. Oh, all right. Would you like to see a long beard from the New Beginning work for Rick TV? Da-da-da. I messed that up. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm give or take with that. I don't need the same look for Rick. I'm good with a change. Do you think Ellie could find love interest in part 2? No, because you're here to play a game, and it's dealing with hate. The theme of the game is hate, so I don't think that works in well there. Ronnie, quick question. How do you think The Walking Dead in England with tight gun control would work? Would humans lose the fight against the undead? I think that it would be... are we talking... realistic? You'd probably be really screwed, but you can also make a better weapon that's not a gun, so you might have a fighting chance, in honesty. What got character storyline are you looking forward the most in season 7? Probably Jon Snow. Jon Snow and Jaime Lannister. Probably Jaime big time. I'm real curious about his storyline. I came late, but I was watching The Last of Us Part 5. Sorry. Awesome. Do you think Enid will die in the next season, considering that Carl hooks up with it? No, I don't. That doesn't make any sense. In my opinion, you don't need a character to die. And I don't think Carl and Enid have a relationship. I know a lot of people saw that kiss and they think it's on. I see that kiss as just kids, lack of options. They just wanted to feel something in the moment. Maybe they thought they have a thing for each other. I don't think that needs to continue. I think they can grow apart. And it happened in the comic. The characters were much younger, but still it happened, So, would you like to have the story-related choices in The Last of Us 2? Though I know they'd never do that. No. I want the story to play out. Last of Us, no. Because with the story choices with some games, I just feel like it's an inconvenience because it's not that big of a change. And again, I don't give a shit if, you know, you switch around two minor characters or whatever. For me, it's just a gimmick. At this point in time, when technology gets better and you can have, you know, that drastically affect and create something totally different and have wildly different endings for the whatever, then I might start appreciating it more. Would you like to... Wait, I know a few people who watch The Walking Dead for storytelling where Season 7 jumped the shark for them. Also, casual friends, family who don't like the dumpster/cliffhanger. I love the dumpster shit. I love that. I did not appreciate that they fucked it up, you know? The way he fell, the way he landed, when you could have simply put a second dumpster there. I will never... No, I think I understand why. They recorded it, or they set it up. They set up the shot, recorded the shot, part of the shot, before they realized, oh shit, when he falls, he's going to be facing the wrong way. Oh well. Do you think Rick will kick Negan's ass since Negan is not as big as in the comic? Sure, I think it's possible. Irani, do you know the Season 7 comes out on Blu-ray? I can't wait for the uncensored Negan. Yeah, it's going to come out in August, I believe. And then there's, or, you know, yeah, around August. Possibly. If there's delays, it'll be October. And then if there's more delays for the gift set, it'll be around November. So, let's see. We got a super chat. Always want to support when I can. Thank you very, very much, Ashley. Ashley Estrada with the super chat. We're down with the next 3 minutes. Thank you very much for that support. I do got to go, though, because I do have something I definitely got to do. So we're going to get the next couple questions in. I love the dumpster. Me too. Again, thank you very much, Ashley. The Walking Dead had many gay characters. Tara, Aaron, Eric, Jesus, and a lesbian couple. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Well, when are we going to get the first hookup physical copy of Issue 1's Doomsday Kingdom? Anthony, watch the recent update. Any day now, we're going to announce that. But go watch the recent update. Do you think Joel was being extremely selfish when he sort of decided... yes, I think that was a selfish move. I don't equate selfishness to just the negative vibe that it has, though. Every time you say the word selfish, everyone thinks of something negative. We are all selfish. 100. There's not a person on the planet that is not selfish. We are all selfish. It could range from a little bit to a lot, and it ranges in different ways. You know what I mean? I think that was selfish. Yes, absolutely. Do I think he was bad for doing it? No. I would have done it too, without a shadow of a doubt, because the biggest factor is there's no guarantees. That could have been for nothing, and I'm not willing to take that chance, or I wouldn't have been willing to take that chance. Would you like to oversee in the Walking Dead universe? If so, where? Would you like to see overseas in the Walking Dead universe? If so, where? I'm cool with anywhere. You can flip a coin. I'm good. You know, I wouldn't mind taking a peek anywhere. I would love, to be honest, a tourist area. I think that would be fun, like Thailand, somewhere where they have like the tourist attractions and stuff. That shit would be fun. Blu-ray collection video ? Yeah, we'll go over Blu-rays and stuff coming up. I need to play some of these games which you speak of. Dylan Voorhees with the super chat. Can't wait for you to read my book, Ronnie. You rock. Thank you very much. Best of luck with the book. Wait, which character do you relate to the most? It's rough. There's not one character that I relate to like that. A little bit of Daryl, a little bit of Rick. What other characters we got? Yeah, a little bit of Daryl, a little bit of Rick. There's got to be somebody. No. Oh, damn. Can you make a good gravy? Wait, what? I figure since you live in true South, it's either little diners or homemade. No, I can't make good gravy. I can make good macaroni and cheese, definitely. All right, here we are. Yes, we're selfish. I never share my beer. Yeah. Ronnie, do you think there are communities in big cities, or do they all belong to the dead? I'm not sure. What do you think about the direction of Fear the Walking Dead? Mainly, the story happens with Travis. What do you think about the direction of Fear the Walking Dead? Mainly, what happened to Travis? I think that was a bad idea. What happened to Travis? I think that was a bad idea. Was a joke, Ronnie. Seriously, Carl need a haircut. His lesbo emo cut is much to handle. Yeah. Ronnie skipping questions. The chat must be glitching. Yeah, there's no way I can get them all. More questions come in than I can read down the line. But that is it for this round of live stream questions. I really do gotta go. I actually gotta leave and go somewhere, so there's no way I can stick around. I would definitely love to, but don't forget, we have a live stream chit chat for Fear the Walking Dead coming up tomorrow night. Absolutely. It's within a half an hour, give or take, anywhere from 15 minutes to a half an hour after Fear the Walking Dead ends. I like to get a drink, maybe have a smoke, maybe if Juliet wakes up or something. So give me 10-15 minutes, create a thumbnail, that little stupid shit. So definitely come tomorrow. Yes, definitely come tomorrow for the after. I want to get people used to that. This is not something that we do a little bit and then we're going to quit. This is definitely an after show that we're going to run after Fear the Walking Dead and then after The Walking Dead. Now, here's where it gets tricky, though. We talk about this. So many people think it's going to replace the reviews, and it's not. With Fear the Walking Dead, it's in the first 15 minutes of the stream. There's been like 20 people who just don't understand that. So what I'm going to start doing, and this is important for some of you, I'm going to pull the first 20 minutes, maybe the first 10 minutes, depending on how long I talk about my first impressions. I'm going to pull that and re-upload it as just highlights. So if you see live stream highlights, go through the videos. I already uploaded one. You can see a banner. If you see anything that says live stream highlights, and if you already watched the live streams and you don't want to rewatch shit again, just skip it. Absolutely, because again, there's some people out there that just don't get it. All right. See you guys here tomorrow. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Absolutely, 100%. 2 super chats came in. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Ashley. And have a good night, MAPP family. Enjoy, be safe, and see you tomorrow.